Multiple storms have come through, facing severe weather threats and flash flooding. And I went by Menchaca. Everyone had cleared out. They were hiding on their property in the car wash there because the cranes are out here stealing people's property in the rain. The city of Austin's got their employees out here in storm weather to clear the homeless, or you don't get paid $10 an hour or whatever it is. They got crews out here that they hired. Yeah, we're on I-35 and Airport Drive, just to let you know.
So be careful if you're out and about, whether you're walking with a little.
Rain clouds coming in, big storms. The city's stealing people's property, personal gear. Why? Because you allow it. Contact the city and tell them to stop. Tell them it's inhumane, and it's unlawful. They are blocking the road, going after more camps. Just wanted y'all to see the flooding that's going on. This place hardly ever has water. It's a big old drainage system through the middle of Austin. Trash floating down the river. A big old drainage thing here on both sides. And as you can see, APD and the city of Austin are down there sweeping their, we're on Tillery. They're sweeping like small little camps. They got multiple cranes, multiple trucks, a crew of like 8 people that are contractors also, 2 police cars that are unmarked black, and they're coming after in the rain. It just stormed for a second here. We just got a lot of rain. Yeah. Austin wants to pretend like it's all about love, but that's violence and harm against the community. The city of Austin just doesn't care about its people, and you've got a bunch of rich white people that are running the show, saying that poor brown people, poor people that are gay, that they're queer, that they're trans, that they're non-binary, that they're different, are the targets of this radical stuff. And I want you to look right here. This is a good point here. This is why your water's toxic and you can't let your dogs get in the water. You see that circle there? That's a storm drain. They put all the storm drains in the waterways for gravity purposes back in the day, and now that technology is obsolete, and there's toxic algae in the water. There's fecal coliform. There's all sorts of stuff going on out here. And so we got the crew here heading by. There goes one of your trash compactor trucks. There goes your crane truck. There goes a Waymo. Just to give you an idea of the amount of rain coming down. Flooding causing death and drowning when homeless people are forced into citizens, I'm not even going to say homeless, just people, citizens that are neglected and impacted by the economic times in Austin and the hyperinflation, gentrification, people being evicted because of COVID shutdowns and being late on not having a job, so they lost their rent, lost their place, so now they're out on the streets, and the city's out drowning people, murdering people. And there's at least one woman that we know of that died in the freeze after last year when they took her property from her, took her tent, and she died. A sweet lady named Hymn, like hymnal, Hymn, and we're still trying to get her story from people who knew her. If you knew him, if you knew what the city did to her, let us know. But it's really coming down. I'll turn this off. Look, well, it's coming down a little less now, but it's coming in waves, and there's a big red line coming towards Austin, and people are being forced out into the weather, and it causes harm. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you knew about it or not. It's been going on, and the only people that film it, well, the fact that people are filming it is why it's being exposed now. But you guys need to do something. Your city's wasting millions of dollars that they should have spent on rent on these suites. There's one of your cops right there. The rest of the crew's on lunch, and the cops are still out doing their dirt. They're still out doing their dirt, targeting people for the rich white people in this town, murdering people for the rich white people in this town. It's wrong, y'all. It's just wrong. Got a flash flood emergency right now.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an emergency, the system would bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
Just a test. There's Pickle. Big Dre Day. Arthur. The people died on the east side. But this is Pickle. He was killed by police that shot him inside his house through the door like 12 times. He lived for a year or so, and then the bullet that was lodged that they couldn't remove killed him in his sleep, in his little big brother's arms, I think. I met him while he was still alive. A cab. Let's see what the cities, they're moving in on Givens Park right now. We'll see who they're coming after. They're probably coming after people living in the woods, but we're about to find out. They just left Golden Chick. They just had their lunch, and they're ready to go on and mess with all the legends of 12th Street now. All the legends of 12th Street. The supervisor truck just showed up. And they're staged up over here. You got the crusher truck, the crew, the supervisor just pulled up. Another supervisor just pulled up, or a crew member or something, I'm not sure what this is. Resource recovery's here. And apparently there's a bunch of people camped out down here. So send people. We'll need some help covering this, y'all. Send some people down to film. We're at Givens Park on East, I don't know, Oak Springs and East 12th area. We're on the east side. The city don't have any respect for the people on the east side. Just to let you know, this is going to be terrible what they do to people of color down here. In the middle of a flood. Look at this flood here. They want people to hide underground in the water and drown. And that's been happening left and right in Austin. People have been drowning in the storm left and right. Right across the street here is where they beat up a naked man in his underwear, a black man in his underwear. They beat the shit out of him, kicked him in the head. The black cop kicked him in the head. The female cop kneed him in the back. They tased him. till he was unconscious while he was in handcuffs, just because they can. You can look that up. Look up Givens Park on my live stream. I don't get to see a lot of action down here. Usually the community's pretty thick down here. The black community usually don't like cops down here, but the cops like to target them. The cops also like to say that they're their friends, that they're here to serve you, protect you, but really they're gonna serve and protect your ass to death. So the cops lie, the city lies. It's all just a scam. Everything's just a scam out here. Yeah, they're just cutting up over there, having a good time, getting ready for the attack. They're gonna come down on people, but it's all flooding down here, so I don't know what they're planning on doing. It's all muddy. Even the walkways are flooded, like the paths are turning to rivers in the rain. And if you have a hill, it turns into like a running river towards you. I've run through that stuff. I've been out, camped out in nature before. We're not going to walk down that. As you see, there's water's past the banks almost, pretty much. The water's full in here. So I don't know how they're going to get to people, but I'm going to go in and see what I can do to pass out information. I've got information here, legal information, copies of the law, people know your rights information. I'm going to pass that out and see if I can't let people know that they are not a target of the police. There's their flood information system. So the city knows how high the water is electronically. They get updates from this system. But they're not down here doing emergency work. They're down here stealing people's stuff. That's what the city does. They're going to spend $1 million, $2 million, $20 million this year going after people. And that money would be better served serving people. I think that's why you paid your money, your taxes, is so that the government could serve you, not so it could attack you. Here's a camp, and I'm going to go in. I'll be back.